Hello everyone! Welcome on our Master Match YouTube channel. Today we have Valerina with us, and Valerina is a serial entrepreneur. She's international speaker, Amazon best-selling author, award-winning leader, founder of Independent Women Summit, and the CEO and founder of Real VVTV Global Production Company. And I'm really excited that she accepted our invitation because today she's going to tell us what role a vision play in building a sustainable business. Valerina, floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for having me here today. And I think the topic that we're going to discuss today is very important because I think any business has like foundation. It actually everywhere in relationships, in sport, in anything what you are building in your life has specific foundation. Talking about the business, I think the foundation has several layers, obviously. So, for example, systems like operations that when you want to expand, bring more customers, then you have this like funnel, everything should be structured. I think this is like very top of the layer. But what is like beneath of this everything, what is actually keeping the business growing and make it actually sustainable, what nurtures entrepreneur him or herself is a vision. And I'm not talking about this vision statement that you can see on the websites of any kind of company, like vision statement, mission statement, not this kind of vision, but basically the vision that you as entrepreneur have, like this huge dream, big picture. And that's how you normally start. Of course, it depends. Sometimes people are opening business for quick cash. Sometimes people are opening businesses to sell them in like short period of time. But if you want to grow a sustainable business and like that it's like, not just like 1 year or 5 years, but it's like decades, I think vision is what's driving you as entrepreneur, but also it's like navigating your all your activities, all your choices, all your decisions. And it's very important to ask yourself if this particular action contributes to bringing me further to what I want. And when I'm talking about this, I don't know exactly like whether here in the community more like startups or people who already have like they grew their businesses to a specific level. But when you start, it's obviously you are the one who is knocking the doors and trying to find any opportunities for growth. But when you already reach specific level of success, when you have a market share, when you already have a great brand that people can really rely on, so then opportunities are actually coming to you, people knocking your door. And the mistake that myself did, and I saw like a lot of other entrepreneurs are doing, they're grabbing every single opportunity. What's happening, and at some point you feel lost. You realize that, oh, we have actually different values, or we cannot deliver to this contract for this and this specific reasons. And if to go like deeper, you just realize that it just was disconnected from your main reason why you started this business, this main vision basically. And I think how to keep this like connection, because I saw also a lot of amazing entrepreneurs who had huge vision, but what was happening is that when the numbers were growing and they turned to like 6 figures business and 7 figures business and 8 figures business, it became for them just like a game. Oh, I want to double my business, I want to quadruple my business. And then these companies are not existing anymore. And you may ask, why? What's happening? They had bunch of money. They could grow. They could open, like, I don't know, expand to another planet. Like, I'm joking, of course, but I mean, this amount of success. Why they are not on the market anymore? They simply was they lost this connection to this vision and what they want to bring into this world. What are their contribution? What are their legacy? Why they started? They forgot this. That's why they're not there anymore. They have to start from the beginning. And I think great thing is to create the kind of manifesto for your company. It can be something visual that reminds you as a leader, but also to all your employees, also your business partners, and eventually probably your investors, board members, who you are, what you stand for, what you represent, what are your values. This all things are connected to the vision, and this is the foundation. And then on top of this, you can put your operations, you can put your systems, you can put your marketing, build the proper branding, vision, like all these external things. So if you are new in this entrepreneurial journey, just really invite you to explore like your bigger vision if you don't have it yet. And if you have, just think about how you can be connected to it every single day.
Mm-hmm. Wow, interesting. So now I totally understand why vision can keep my business healthy and why I should have it. Thank you so much for your insight. Valerina, is there any kind of the advice are you looking for to get from our community?
I think something with connection. I'm not sure. I think it shows like it's still live. So, any advice? I would love to explore more the local Polish market when it comes to the educational women empowerment industry events, like educational events industry, because we do operate globally. We did like live events in Europe, in UAE. We have partners in Europe, in US, on Asian market, but we've never really done something here. Even though I live here, I think maybe because of also pandemic, it was like a big restrictions for everything. But now we also go into production area, meaning we are creating TV shows, we are creating movies. So maybe we will need some local collaborations if people from these industries are in community. So we would love to connect.
Okay, I will start looking for someone for you. And what kind of the device or help you can offer someone in our community?
Well, so far, what we are actually doing is basically when I work with a person, I definitely, as you understand, I see the like bigger picture behind this and the vision, the message that person wants to bring. So what we're doing, we are, if the person still trying to figure out the brand, we do help with this. If the brand is already established and is already on the market, we just package this in a way that it can go global. So I think it's so important to spread your message not only like locally but actually go globally. And interesting effect is that when you go global, you start getting more clients on a local market as well, because people are perceiving you not just like local expert but as a global one. So they're willing to pay you more, they have more trust, and they feel like, oh, I can rely to this person because, you know, he or she is working and like everywhere and has like a broader knowledge and understanding. So basically that's what we do. We help people to go global and find clients, not just like that you work daily one-to-one, but that you can work like 1 to 10, 1 to 100, 1 to thousands of people. And I think one of the biggest example, we did a live event like 2 years ago, just before the pandemic, and like opened the door to some like European entrepreneurs to Dubai market. And actually today, like yesterday, there was event, and I think today is the second day. And I see my speakers, my entrepreneurs, my exhibitors, they are in this event. So our event was like a bridge for them to build this connection, and now they are there. And I think in Dubai is now like you know that there's Expo nowadays, like the Global Expo, and there are a lot of opportunities. So basically open the doors for the new markets, for the new opportunities. If you want to from the local market to go to the global one, you just can connect and we can talk.
Okay, thank you so much. I think, Valerina, that you gave us a real clear understanding your business can actually provide value to our community. So if you guys would like to get some help from Valerina or advice or any other topic, please do not hesitate. Go for our platform, MasterMatch Online, and submit your request for knowledge. Platform match you with the best master who will share the knowledge and information you need so that you can save time and move quickly with your objective. So thank you, Valerina, again, and I wish you a wonderful day.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.